Hello everybody and welcome to TradeStation's Market Review. My name's Simon Clarke from Trade with Precision, and I'll be discussing some of the key markets of interest right now. Now, the first market I want to take a look at here is the mini Dow future, and if we take a look at the weekly chart, as Craig was talking about last week, if not an awful lot has really changed since then. If we can get a break underneath the lows here on this weekly chart, these sort of recent lows, let me just sort of mark that in there. It's around sort of 15,900. Around 15,900, we've got some support here that's started to form on the weekly chart. It's a bit more clearer on the daily and lower time frames, and if we get a break through this, then that would just sort of give us a bit more sort of confirmation of the downtrend continuing, and then we'll sort of be looking for lower lows, which means we've got to move down here towards sort of 15,200 that we can start to look for. At this moment in time on these higher time frames, everything still does look sort of rather bearish. If we come to the daily chart, and if I mark my level in here, you can see sort of just around sort of 15,900. You can see that the market sort of tested this a number of times, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times now over the past sort of few weeks. So it's really sort of finding support here. Now, if I come down to the lower time frames and come down to the 4-hour chart, I've got my level marked in there on the 15,900. We can see how many times that's sort of been tested, but with all markets, they don't necessarily do what we as traders expect them to do. And if this level of support proves to be strong support enough for the market to bounce off and find enough support here for the trend to start to turn around and continue up, then I want to start looking at where my bias is going to change. So certainly in the sort of shorter term, I can see a level here on the 4-hour chart. It's around sort of 16,600 here. We've certainly put in a level of enough resistance here in the past, and again a breakthrough 16,600. I can see perhaps a move up here towards sort of 17,200. A break below 15,900. Well, then I'm going to be looking for a sort of a move down here towards sort of 15,200. In the meantime, in between these two levels, my sort of focus is more on intraday trading, so intraday time frames, and just looking at trading and not holding trades overnight, I should say. So that's my sort of bias here on the mini Dow future. If we take a look also at oil, which I was speaking about a few weeks ago, and oil has not changed a great deal, but again, I want to sort of take a look at this and start to look at where the lines in the sand are. Here on the weekly chart, we can see again for the past few weeks the market's been consolidating nicely into the moving averages. I still like the trend to the short side, still looking very nice short, and now that the market's now sort of compressing into the moving averages again with small candles and continuous smaller candles, just means to me it looks like it's sort of ripe for, or sort of setting up for, a move. Now, whether that be to the short side or to the long side, for me I still prefer this to the short side, and I've spoken about levels under here around the sort of 43, around the sort of 43.70 area, where the market's certainly found support at a number of times. We've continued to get lower highs here on the daily chart, and we've got some nice convergence here on the indicators too. So everything's sort of matching up at this moment in time, with price being sort of comfortable where it is. So having said that, the easy analysis here is that if 43.70 gets broken, of course, we're looking for the major trend here on the weekly charts and the higher time frames, looking for that to continue. That's a move back down to sort of retest this sort of 38 area. Again, if I come down to the 4-hour chart, we can see on the 4-hour chart, we can see our 43 sort of 70 area. We can see how this has been tested as support many times before. It's actually, if we go back in time, we can find that it's been resistance as well. So it's a historical level that's been tested many times. So for me, I like to see a break below this level. If we take a look at this, we'll also see that there is a bit of a level just above price action 2. If I just sort of zoom out of this, you can see there's been some support resistance all around this sort of 48 level too. So for me, I've got this bracket at the moment around sort of 48 to 43.70. I don't see any sort of trends, clean enough trends for me to trade in between these at this moment in time. But you know, a break above 48, I'm looking for. Bias will change. I'm looking for a turnaround, maybe a bit of bigger pullback to the long side. If we can get a break below 43.70, then I'm sort of looking for trades down towards the sort of 38 level. And let's take a look at Forex. Now, one of the nicest trends that I'm seeing here on Forex at the moment is dollar CAD. If we look at the higher time frames here, monthly, lovely strong uptrend, weekly, lovely strong uptrend as well. Market's not too overextended from the moving average at this moment in time. We do have some nice agreement with our indicators at the moment too. If I come to the daily chart, we can see that from this big low that we had here recently in the market, it didn't sort of take out the previous major low, which was down here. So it's taken out these sort of minor ones, but not this major one here. And in actual fact, if I look just where price action is at the moment, we can start to see a bit of interesting price action through here. It's a bit more clearer on the 4-hour chart. So if I go to the 4-hour, we can see on this 4-hour chart there's a little bit sort of choppy price action, but if I just sort of mark my level in there, clustering with the highs here in price action, we can also see that the market's sort of finding support at that level at this moment in time too. So I think we've probably got a little bit of a range there, but not much. And what I'm looking for is to see if the market finds support here. It also happens to be back into the moving averages with nice small candles at this moment in time too. From a trend perspective, it's looking ripe for, you know, a next move up, and in which case we're looking for a higher high, which is up here above the 134,000 and above. So these are the markets that I'm keeping a close eye on at the moment in the markets today. And let me just come and tell you about the next webinar that we're running here at TradeStation International. If you come across to the TradeStation International website, come over to the webinars tab here, you'll be able to find the live webinars that we're running. Now the next one that we have is here on October the 6th, Tuesday, October the 6th. This is the first part of the Trader's Edge education program. Now this part of the program is open to all, and what we do through this program, it is a 4-week part program, but we're running this on a Tuesday evening, 2-hour session each time, and what we're doing is teaching the techniques that we use to read price action and to complete trading strategies. So if you'd like to come and join us for this webinar, say this one is open to all. All you need to do is to navigate to the TradeStation International website, come through to this page, and then you'll be able to fill in your details here to register to join. Okay, hope you found it useful and look forward to speaking to you next time. Bye for now.